What's up everybody, Brian here down in the Gecko Lab as always. Thank you so much for joining me. This is your weekly hatchling report. Alright guys, well I am super excited to be here today. I always am, but today especially I'm just feeling super positive. I've got a lot going on and a lot of good things happening. For one, I got my COVID vaccine the other day, which I'm super excited about. I've been waiting for a while to get it. It's just a huge stress off my shoulders. I'm so thankful for as bad as the past year has been. I've been incredibly fortunate. My entire family came through healthy. My kids are healthy. All of the grandparents on all different sides of our family are healthy. So really, as bad as this year has been for a lot of people, it hasn't affected me personally nearly the way that it has a lot of people, and I definitely do not take that for granted. I'm super thankful for it, so that is exciting and definitely a huge weight off my shoulders. On top of that, I got some new geckos in that you guys will be seeing in a video at some point soon. The sales are going well as always, and I appreciate everybody's support there. I've got a couple trips planned this year. That's another kind of related to the COVID crap because that ruined any plans for travel. But God, you guys know I love to travel. Travel and photography are my main passions in life, even more than geckos. And I'm finally starting to plan some trips again. It looks like I might hit Costa Rica this year. Of course, the adventure tour in Belize is gonna happen. And I'm hoping I might be able to get the Peru trip that has been canceled on me 3 separate times now. I might be able to finally get down into the Amazon in Peru. But for right now, I wanna focus on Belize. Guys, I'm super excited. My very first ever adventure tour in Belize is now sold out. We have sold every single available slot for that tour, and I could not be more thrilled that it has sold out. I was super nervous when I came up with this idea because this is completely outside the realm of anything I've ever done. I'm not any sort of travel agent. I'm not any sort of tour guide. I just had this wild idea of, hey, what if I built this adventure tour to take some people down to one of my favorite places in the world and show them around and share this experience with them. I had no idea if it would work. When I first got the idea, I didn't even know how or if I could pull it off, if it was logistically possible. I didn't know how it would work, if I could try and make it possible. I didn't know if anybody would be interested in coming with me because I'm just a dude that breeds geckos and talks to a camera in a tiny room here, and I'm gonna try and convince people to spend a bunch of money to go into the rainforest with me. Like, it sounds like madness, and I didn't even know if it would work, but it has been a success, and I'm super thankful. So thank you all. Of course, huge thank yous to everybody that's coming on the tour this August, but thank you to everybody in general who supports me, all of you guys watching. It really means the world to me. I'm super excited for this tour, and the fact that this one is already sold out months in advance of when the tour actually happens in August tells me that this is a viable thing that people are interested in, and that means I am going to keep going with this. I want to do more tours. I don't want this to be a one and done type thing. I have plenty of ideas on how to expand this and make it bigger, and I'm planning more tours to Belize in 2022. So if you weren't able to get in on this first adventure tour, don't worry, there's going to be more in 2022. Tentatively, fingers crossed, I'm planning on doing 2, one in February and one in August, but I don't have any arrangements set for those yet. Nothing's booked, nothing's set in stone. That's just my thoughts right now on what I'd like to do. I don't know if that's actually going to happen or not, but we will see. The point is, there will be more coming. You will have more opportunities to join me in the incredible rainforest of Belize to see some of the most beautiful scenery and animals in the world. So please do stay tuned for that if you might possibly be interested. Now that's enough of my blabbing for today. Let's get into the geckos, because this is a grow out edition of the Hatchling Report, which means I have some beautiful holdback geckos to show you today. So we're going to jump right into it with this beautiful visual axanthic. Now the reason I picked this one out to show you guys is because it is so dark. This is one of the darkest I've ever produced, even on a bright white background like this. This guy just is black as night. Absolutely gorgeous. I love these dark axanthics. I like the extremes with the axanthics, either the super dark black ones like this guy or the really pale, almost white ones. Those are my favorites, and this guy is definitely a standout. Just an absolute gorgeous animal. After that, we are going to move right into this killer ink spot super dal. This guy is one that is an ink spot crossed into my confetti line, so you can see a couple red spots on him right there. I really love the vibrant orange color on this guy, and of course those big spots are awesome. I love that big one right on his chin right there. Just a gorgeous animal. I love these ink spot super dals. They are absolutely fantastic. After that, this might be my favorite lily white I've ever produced. Look at this thing. Just one of the purest whites I've ever seen on any of my lily whites. The pattern coverage is insane. It's absolutely incredible. Barely any base color peeking through. Pure white, and then if you look close at that dorsal line, it's almost got a peach tangerine type tint to the dorsal. That actually starts as like vibrant, bright, almost neon orange when they're really little, and then it fades as they grow. So when this girl was like in the 8 to 12 gram range, that whole dorsal line was like neon orange. It was beautiful. Fades out a little bit, but keeps that tangerine color, which contrasts nicely with that bright, just white sides, and then that slightly more yellowish lateral. Just a cool looking gecko. I also love the orange eyelashes on this one. Just one of my favorite lily whites I've ever produced by far right there. After that, we're going to move right into this beautiful C2 pinstripe. Absolutely gorgeous. This the main things I look at on this one, the color quality. That's what that C2 gene does, is cleans all that color up. It takes out dark and dirty pigment. So this one's got that C2 gene. Bright neon color, very vibrant, and of course the structure on this one is really nice. Those big long crests coming right off the side of the head. Beautiful animal. I wish it had a lateral line. That's the only thing that I think would make this one better. If it had a lateral marking, that would be really cool, but nonetheless the color quality on this one is fantastic. After that, we're going to move into this Confetti Dalmatian. So I picked this one out specifically because I've told you guys a lot of times in the past that the Confetti line, the red spots come in when they're a little bit older. And in the Hatchling report videos, I'll sometimes show you Hatchling confettis and be like, oh, look how many spots this one has. If those red spots come in when it hits that 6, 7, 8 to 10, 12 gram region, anywhere in that range is when those red spots start coming in. Oh, this one's going to be great. Well, here's one that is in that range. This one's right in that 7 or 8 gram range, and you can just start to see those red spots coming in on the side and on the head. This is what I mean when I say they start to pop as they get a little bit older. About 3 months ago, when this one was smaller, it didn't have any red spots at all. It was just black spots. Now those red spots are starting to come in. That happens as they grow and they really start to blossom and develop. It's one of the reasons that I like growing all my animals out before I decide if I'm going to keep them or sell them or what I'm going to do with them, is because I want to see how they develop. That's my favorite part of breeding geckos, is watching how they develop and change and grow, and it's just endlessly fascinating to me. So I thought I'd give you this look at a confetti line kind of right in the middle when those red spots are just starting to come in. Next one we're gonna do, this is the last one we're gonna do. I had to snap a couple pictures. These pictures are actually a little bit older. I pulled them out of the archive. These ones are from about a month ago, but I had to throw it in because it's so pretty. The lily white axanthic. This is one of my keepers that I am growing up now. This one is pushing the 6-7 gram range. It's in the 3 to 4 gram range here in these photos. He's getting even bigger. I'm going to do updated photos of him soon, so I thought I'd throw him in so we could kind of get a progression going through the next couple months worth of videos. But absolutely beautiful. You can see these, they just look fake. Like I always say, completely black and white, unreal color, unreal tones. The eyes are just, the eyes on these are so wild, so unreal and beautiful. Pure white, pure black. It just doesn't get any better. I really love the top-down view on this one. It looks like dirty snow to me, is what it looks like. It looks like his whole back was like fresh snow. Have you ever seen like when you have fresh snow and then like a car drives by and sprays dirt on it and it's just like, oh, it's almost real pure snow, but it's got dirt sprayed across the top. Or if it's windy and it blows some sand or something on top of snow. That's what this looks like to me. His back looks like freshly fallen snow that got dirt on it. Just such a unique, cool looking gecko. I'm super excited to see those grow up. 2022, I should have a couple adults of those that'll be breeding. I'm gonna hatch, fingers crossed, gonna hatch a whole bunch more of those this year. I got a bunch of pairings together that are gonna produce more. So, and there's always more cool stuff coming. Like I always say, breeding geckos is an endless waiting game. You wait for the gecko to grow up, you wait for it to breed, you wait for it to lay eggs, you wait for the eggs to hatch, and then when they do, you're just back to waiting for the gecko to grow up to do it all over again. I absolutely love it. Well, thank you guys so much for joining me today. That is my hatchling report for this week. I really appreciate it. As always, I am Brian, altitudeexotics.com/AE Geckos on Facebook and Instagram. You guys know the deal. New geckos for sale every Friday night. Give me a follow, drop a like, subscribe to the channel. There's always more stuff coming. Thank you for spending some of your day with me. I appreciate it. As always, be safe, be kind to each other. I love you guys. I'll see you soon.